Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Jaya Radha Sam Sundar Radha Rama Sundar Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Gita Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Prabhupada ki jai. Bhakti-yoga Prabhupada ki jai. Samasta Guru Parampara ki jai. All glories to Synonyms, all glories to sarvāstra-śastra. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayo Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nitam Bhagavata Shevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloki Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 83, text number 20 to 24. Śrutvaitat sarvato bhū-pāḥ. Śrutvaitat sarvato bhū-pāḥ. Āyayur mat-pituḥ puram. Āyayur mat-pituḥ puram. sarvāstra-śastra-tattva-jñāḥ. sopādhyāyāḥ sahasraśaḥ. śrutvaitat sarvato bhū-pāḥ. āyayur mat-pituḥ puram. sarvāstra-śastra-tattva-jñāḥ. sopādhyāyāḥ sahasraśaḥ. I'll not go word by word, just translation. Hearing these thousands of kings, expert in shooting arrows and in wielding other weapons, converged from all directions on my father's city, accompanied by their military teachers. So since there is no part, we are going to read few more and then we can discuss. My father properly honored each king according to his strength and sincerity. Then those whose mind were fixed on me took up the bow and arrows and one by one tried to pierce the target in the midst of the assembly. Purport by Prabhupada. According to the Acharyas, only those kings who were extremely intent on winning the hand of the princess even dare try to shoot their target. Some of them picked the bow but could not sting it, and so they threw it aside in frustration. Some managed to pull the boasting towards the tip of the bow, only to have the bows spring back and knock them to the ground. A few heroes, namely Jarasandha, Sisupal, Bhima, Duryodhana, Karna, and the king of Ambhastha, succeeded in stringing the bow, but none of them could find the target. Purport. These kings were very strong physically, but they were not skillful enough to find the target. Then Arjuna looked at the reflection of the fish in the water and determined its position. When he carefully shot his arrow at it, however, he did not pass the target, but merely grazed it. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. According to the explanation of Siddha Swami, Arjuna was the more expert a marksman than the other kings, but his physical strength was not adequate to the task of shooting it with perfect accuracy. So, this is a beautiful subject. We should hear, but usually in worldly tendency, we say, why to discuss somebody else's matter, personal matter. In Delhi, when I was there as a president, people used to tell, why to talk about others? Those were good people, about their personal life. But here we are discussing Lord Krishna's personal life, how he owned, what are the ladies, how he got them. And whole Lord's, his pastimes and his devotees' pastimes. And then how it matters us. What way we benefit by hearing this? Basically, if we don't talk about Krishna and Krishna's things, we'll discuss something else. We'll discuss social things, or maybe some cinema artist, or maybe some politics, or gossips, or business. You go anywhere, they discuss something which is worldly things, mundane. Sometime, what to speak of normal time. One time, one businessman, very big businessman in Visakhapatnam, he died. He's our friend, ISKCON friend. So I went to his cremation ground. There also, for a few minutes, they were silent. And then they were talking something else, about business and all. Even there also, they don't want to keep quiet. Actually, I was going to the airport, but all the way I heard, I just came back. There'll be loss because I just came back. So everything they discuss about the worldly thing. But what happened? We heard from sources, from Srimad Bhagavad, other sources, because Lord is the Supreme, and He is the proprietor of this world, and we are just a guest. Pantha patiki ilasada. So we're just a guest. We have come, we'll go. First time I came in 81 to this temple, 82, I had opportunity to serve. I have opportunity to serve this temple for few months in the Srila Prabhupada Samadhi. So we see a lot of changes, and what we are trying to make all is that conscious about the Lord and make Krishna famous. A devotee, he is not if somebody is thinking, I want to be famous, that's not a very correct way of thinking. We as a devotee, we want to use our whatever the influence we have, either through preaching, making temple, distributing books, or by narration or by orating. We want to make Krishna famous. So why Krishna famous? Why we should do it? Because he is the proprietor of them. And everything is Maya tadavidam sarvam jakbhagakta bhakta. The whole world belongs to him. Aham sarvasya Prabhu bhaktasya. Bhaktaram jagat sarvaloka mahasharam. He is the proprietor. We are just a small. He is the infinite. We are small, finite. What we can do? We are conditioned, but he is beyond three modes of material nature. So, Shukdev Maharaj, all these Puranas, what he says, that by hearing Lord's, because he's Jam Jam Smarana Matrena Mrityu Samsana Vartamana, by hearing about him, we can overcome all these obstacles and even the death. Mrityu Samsara Vartamana. What is fearing us? Old age, disease, death, and again take birth. So by hearing about him, we discard all our bad things. Sarva pāpa pramacchate, by hearing about him. So when we hear about him, we get a lot of piety. When we hear him, we get attachment to the person. How Rukmini was attached? Because she heard, like we are sitting here, or many thousands of Vaishnavas who are inspired through Srila Prabhupada books, especially Srimad Bhagavatam Gita. Srila Prabhupada gave the best commentary from all acharyas, from his Guru Maharaj, Bhakti-siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti-vinod Thakur, Goswamis, Narottama Das Thakur, Lochan Das Thakur, then Chandidas Thakur, Vidyapati, Veeraraghavacharya, King Kulashekar, Madhavacharya, Ramananda Swami. Siddhar Swami, he gave Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he gave the best of all scripture, all great acharyas commentary put in Srimad Bhagavatam. So that means when you read Srimad Bhagavatam from Srila Prabhupada, that's like a complete, it's like a wholesome. Like if we take a food, and if we take just a sweet, it's not enough. Or anything, it's not enough. So if we have all sorts of variety, that means the wholesome meal. So Srila Prabhupada gave the best commentary possible. And we see the power of these books changing the lives of thousands worldwide. They all are coming to take blessings. We all are coming to take blessings from Gauritai, Krishna Balaram, Radha Shamsundar, and inspire and preaching Krishna's bhakti all over the world. Then what is happening? By becoming, they become good human beings, they become swatik, they become Krishna conscious. Eventually some of them, they'll go back to Godhead. But who will not go? Those who have all the anartha, or those who keep the anartha, calm, growth, lobh. And little stench of Maya can pull anybody down. Doesn't matter how big he is. But here is a very good question coming. How these people, they were very near to Krishna. Because they were not thinking. In Kali Yuga, Jiva, we have a tendency to say something, to look something, and inside keeping some little dirt. And then that can destroy us. And it may not fetch Krishna, which we are trying to. Like Bhakti Charma, he went to meet Srila Prabhupada for showing some letter translation. Srila Prabhupada told, he was taking massage. He told, you have given many life to Maya. Give one life to Krishna. So if you can give one life, like when we are chanting daily morning, what we are saying, Chakshudam Dirajai Janmi Janmi, Prabhu saying. Because he has given the Shastra Chakshu, Jnanam, and he's Prabhu, he's master birth after birth. But what to speak of birth after birth? If we can make sure in this life also yet, that will make us successful. If we can make this life, usually, especially in the commentary of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, it says it takes few lifetime to go back to Godhead. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati says, no, we should prepare ourselves and make sure in this life we go back to God. What is the guarantee what will happen next life? Same thing Srila Prabhupada repeated. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati says, we don't know, even if we take birth in devotee's family or Suchinam Srimatam Hi Yoganastapajayati. So what is the guarantee that if somebody, Brahmin family or devotee's family or maybe a very rich family will take birth, we may not take up Krishna consciousness. When we came to know this spiritual life is so dear, so fortunate, so rare, if we lose it, it will be a very big blunder. What happened, Maya also watching us, and Maya is disturbing everybody. So we have to distinct the turbulence of Maya, how Maya is giving trouble. So it doesn't matter what post it is, from Ant to Brahma, Maya is watching. And we are focusing on Krishna. So when we focus on Krishna, at the same time we have to see that our mind, all our senses used for Krishna service. We should not give any moment for Maya. Maya can pull us down. Anybody, doesn't matter how big it is. Maya is a very subtle way. Is disturbing everyone. And the Srila Prabhupada says only way, but that's what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati told, that seva, then let us engage in seva. He told that one should not do nirjan bhajan, one should be engaged in devotional service with the devotees. Srila Prabhupada also told, now we are hearing so many things, because of alone, nobody should preach, go around alone. We should, especially the sannyas, everybody. So if it's together with Vaishnavas, then there's a good chance of protection. Srila Prabhupada told that two devotees should go together in preaching, should not be alone. And especially smartphone destroying many good devotees. They're not able to realize. But ultimately, Maya is checking them, and we are getting divided. That while we are going wrong, we are not able to notice it. So while we have to safeguard from Maya and how to engage them, that means total intense of service to the Lord, service, Guru Krishna service. Srila Prabhupada could give very good push to every individual, so that they can engage lifetime. He was enthusing every devotee, and he used to pamper them and tell them, no, you can do it. Even if somebody is useless, still he used to tell somebody something to. And he could make from pebbles to diamond. And he had that capacity. So if we take seriously the bhakti process and hearing about Krishna, Srinnatam Sakatha Krishna Punya Shravan Kirtanam. By hearing, we can get a lot of piety and give up all these bad things. Vidhunati Suisatam, all this dirt will be clean. Pravishta Kandhara Karnharanena Sanarabha Saroravam Dhunoti Shamalam Krishna sahasraśaḥ. When you hear about Srimad Bhagavatam, what happened? That when you hear to ear, then pravishta karna gandhena, by hearing through ear, and dhuloti shamalam Krishna, like during rainy season, like now, the rainy season, everywhere it's muddy water. Or if you go to any pond, there's muddy water. But when then what happened? When the autumn moon comes, rainy season muddy, then all the water, that dirt will go down and you can see the water. If you put one coin, you can see the coin down, even if it's 5 feet down, you can see easily. Similarly, when we clean our heart, we can see the Lord everywhere. Lord's blessings at least. One may say, Prabhuji, we are not that great devotees to see the Krishna or Krishna's blessings. In Vishnu Puran it says that very nicely that basically all are blessed in different level of blessings. Those who have taken a very big service and they are all the time engaged in service. So a lot of service is there. We are building beautiful temple in Visakhapatnam. It's like there's no time from morning 4 o'clock to night 8:30. There's no time to think. All the time busy, firefighting. So many activities going on. But if we give space, there's a problem. So if we want to be serious, then we don't give space to. Then all these dirts will go away. Then clarity will come to the mind. Here it says that very nicely, because the Lord is supreme, it is His family. So we should talk about Him. Because ultimately it is His world. Krishnasya jagata. Krishna's world. So we discuss about Him. And He is this, it's worth to discuss because it is absolute, right? It's Lord's world. He is absolute. And everything is not absolute. Everything is temporary. He is permanent. His world. So if we discuss, and what happened? We get all the good things. But if we talk about politicians and other things, unnecessary waste of time. Like a devotee, they feel disgusted when all these worldly things discussed. Some of them didn't want to talk at all. Some devotees. Sometimes some of them they listen maybe 1 or 2 minutes, that much. So here, this chapter is very interesting. That all these, when Draupadi went to place Dwarka, there's so many discussion was going on. Every queen, they were sharing each other's experience, how I got married, how Draupadi, who can take care of your family. So when we hear this, we get more attachment for Krishna, Krishna's family. In one, here also, some places it says that Kalindi says, I did austerity. Actually, all these queens, they are not ordinary people. In one Puran, I am not able to recollect because I read all the Puranas. But most probably it is Gauru Puran. Gauru is asking Krishna that, my dear Lord, I believe you have so many wives. He said, yes. So, how you treat them? You treat them at par, or there's a first, second, third? He said, there is a first, second, third. Gauru says, I know Rukmini is the first. Who is the second? Then Krishna says, Jambavat. Why Jambavat? That means you discriminate. Then again Krishna says, I don't discriminate. Then you said one way you don't discriminate, another way you are saying that first, second, third. How is it possible? How it's working like that? Looks like you do discriminate. Krishna says, I don't discriminate. So one way Krishna is telling, I don't discriminate. Krishna also second, there is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, many queens we know. Rukmini, the Jamavati, Mitravinda, Lakshmanas, many others. Nagajiti. So Now Guru says, can you explain to me why it's like this? Krishna says, because of their austerity, they have come to this post. Austerity, that means those days, whatever we do, chanting, seva, it's all our austerity. All are purifying the mind. Chant also purify. We are hearing all the time. In Krishna Lila, some Vaishnava poet, I'm not able to get the source link, but many Chaitanya Mahaprabhu associates and the disciple of Janava Mata and Chanidas, Jnanadas, many they wrote many Sivaram Das, many they wrote very beautiful bhajans, and they are asking, actually they are very, because they are associates of the Lord, they could see the Lord's and Radharani, Gopis pastimes, and they can write in poetry. It is there in Bengali language, in Sanskrit, maybe some are in Hindi, it's not translated. But it's beautiful. When Radharani is asking the Gopis are saying that why you are so attached to Krishna? You are so mad about Krishna. So he says, how you came to know? He said, because I have heard. Kanero bhitora diya marame pashilo go akulo korilo rangapai. Because I have heard about Krishna, that attracted me. So if we hear again and again, sometimes some of them say, I have heard, I'm hearing last 40 years, 50 years Bhagavatam class. But we should read all the time. Satatam kirtayanto mam yajuna patsupasate. Should always hear what Krishna says in Gita. Mat-chitta sarva durgana mat-pasada. If you just give your mind to me, by my blessings, you can overcome. This world is full of problems. Problems are like forts. You see North India forts, they're like 40 feet, 50 feet height. And this worldly fort is huge. So many problems. You all are maybe very fortunate. Some face a very huge problem in this world. People are not happy, many. We should go sometime to hospital, sometime to the court, sometime to the police station. We should see how people are suffering. Or maybe to the chartered accountant, some big chartered, you see how a lot of problems are there. Nowadays they said the government, last few years because of Corona, they are putting letter to every taxpayer that you owe this balance, and let them run around. Those who run around, they could sort out. They do not run around, then they have to pay. So everywhere, all over the world, government tried to squeeze money. So nobody is happy. If you have no money, you are not happy. If you have a lot of money, you are not. Problems are there. But who is happy? What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says? Purnamita pratipadam, purnamita swadhanam. Every moment, purnamrit, nectar, by hearing, by chanting holy name of the Lord. So this, the wife of Krishna, they are very fortunate. They have done a lot of austerity. I think it's Garupuran. It says that Jambavati did many lifetime austerity. Everybody. And according to their austerity, they are very near. Like when you discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, if you think Prahlad, nobody can be like that. Very rare. Prahlad is only Prahlad. Dhruv is only Dhruv. Who can be like that? Who can be Ambarish? Who can be Ramanuja Swami? Who can be Madhavacharya? Who can be like Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati? Who can be like Srila Prabhupada? There will be only one Srila Prabhupada. Cannot be two. So they are very special. They are very special. But again, if you see the Srila Prabhupada's life, they are not, though it looks like ordinary, but they see the determination, see the way he did things. It's Lord's blessings, but they are very near and dear to Krishna. They don't know anything, but everywhere is Krishna. Some of them I see, some of them they write. Srila Prabhupada is so stubborn about Krishna, because it's Krishna's word, it's his word. Everything should be related to Krishna. Everything. So, this shows that only way to go near to Krishna is through austerity. What we can learn from this, the queens of Krishna, and austerity. In Ramayana, we see the Kushadhaj Maharaj, Janak, they were many brothers. Nobody wanted to be king because the strength is there in spirituality. So the elder brother Kushadhaj Maharaj says, let us go. We will do austerity. Now all the Muni Rishis, they requested that at least one person should stay, because who is going to take care of it? No, we don't know, we are not serious about this management, we want to do spiritual. So they requested that, okay, in your assembly only you do spirituality. And sometime if somebody is coming any grievances, you take care of it. That much only. Then Janak accepted. Janak is opposed. But his elder brother Kushadhaj Maharaj, with the whole family, he went to the jungle doing tapasya. He had one daughter, Vedavati. So Kushadhaj Maharaj says, you are a girl, you have to get married. So better you should get married. I'll find my suitable husband for you. I'll find very suitable husband. Then Vedavati says, I want to marry who is the most powerful in this world. He said, most powerful, that is Vishnu. Nobody else is most powerful than him. Then it's difficult to marry him. How to marry? Then Vedavati asks a small little girl, he says, how to get him? He said, you have to just pray. So Vedavati started praying. And Vedavati was praying, at that time this Ravan, he came, he saw such a beautiful, sweet girl. In due course, Kushadhaj died and she was alone. And when the Ravan was going to that area, he saw, Ravan tendency. And he said, in Kali Yuga, the young boys, they take a very good quality of Ravan. They also search here is good boys, good girls and all. So she was such a pretty. But Ravan says, what is your name? My name is Vedavati. Your father's name? Such and such. What are you doing here? I am the king, very big man. And I like you as such a pretty girl. Why not you marry me? Vedavati said, I have given my life for Lord Vishnu. I want to marry only him. I don't want to marry anybody else. No, who are you to think? He cannot get him. I am here. I have such a such. Right? I have got so many wives. I can keep you nicely as a signature queen. No, I am not interested. Then Ravan says, who are you to say interested, not interested? I am Dana. He grabbed Vedavati's hair. And Vedavati, due to our austerity power, mystic power, she cut the hair. She burned the body. Said, because you have touched my body, it's polluted. So she burned the body, and from there, on top of lotus, small little girl came. Ravan thought, this girl is very mystical, such a powerful. So he said, don't worry, I am also Ravan. I know what to do. See, he took the whole lotus in his went to Lanka. And he kept there. He thought, when this girl grows up, again I'll marry. What is there? But after that, lot of bad omen, bad sign was coming in Lanka. Then all these ministers, queen, they all requested Ravan that since this little girl came, everywhere there is inauspiciousness. So better you do something. So Ravan got disgusted. He threw that lotus in the ocean, put in the one box, threw in the ocean. Finished. But that thing came by through water and rain. It came to the land of Jannat. And he was telling, then he got this, and he saw such a beautiful girl. She became Sita. She could get it. So we see the austerity, but when you see the devotees, we see that maybe when they come to ISKCON nowadays, unless we organize or take serious, it's all depend on individual how we take serious Krishna Bhakti. But somehow we should beg Guru Krishna authority, have enough service, more service to be engaged, otherwise mind is very difficult to control. Chanchalahi mana Krishna pramadi balavatiram tasyaham nigraham manni bayori vasudhiskaram. It's very difficult. So if we don't control our senses, it is difficult. So how to control? Through seva. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranapad, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dachana. Bhakti, Lavalakshanam. This is. So if we engage all the time, then there will be no Maya. If we give little scope, Maya will come. Or maybe Duvidha, the dualities, Danda, Danda Mohina Bharata. So many type of dualities will come. Either I should do it, I should do what I should do. Get confused. So if we have total surrender, then Krishna accepts. What Srila Prabhupada is saying, that if we surrender to Krishna, Krishna says, I'll take care. But if we surrender to this world, who is going to take care of us? Sarva dharman pratyajya, we may have many responsibility, duties, but if we give up that duty, surrender, then it's possible. Innocently, with simplicity, not with duplicity. Any little bit duplicity, a stench of any materialism, that can destroy. The 100% surrender, somehow, this life, somehow other very humble way, let me serve, let me see. Then Lord bless. Srila Prabhupada says, one time I was loitering the street, nobody was bothered. Now, whatever I said, they are listening. Srila Prabhupada told in Mayapur that it took 22 years to become perfect Siddha. Nobody was listening to me. I tried my best. In Delhi, when Srila Prabhupada was there in G.P. Bora, one man, he had 4 or 5 sons. He requested, why not you give one son? I want to make him devotee. But he didn't give. But when Srila Prabhupada came back, then he gave. Radharaman Prabhu, I was in charge for Punjabi Bagh temple. I was the first president there. He started that. And Radharaman Prabhu was there. Those days, way back, 83, 84, he was president in our Greater Clash temple. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj told me that, Radharaman, who is that? I said, I don't know, Maharaj, I don't know. That family, Prabhupada told that he gave one son, he gave. Radharaman Prabhu, we can see him giving massage to Srila Prabhupada. So, this temple had a long history, nothing comes so easy, not so. And Srila Prabhupada was determined to build. And initially those situations were very different. And in 72, 73, Srila Prabhupada made a team. He asked who had a little experience outside of any work. And many they were there. Surabhi Prabhu, I was under him for 10 years. Gunana Prabhu was there. So many were there. Samsundar. No, not some. And Bhavabhuti Prabhu was there. So one was in charge. His name was Subal Swami. You have heard the name. And Subal Swami was a nice devout Vaishnava, sannyasi from America. But when he got so much construction, he was fed up. And then he was so fed up, one day morning at 5 o'clock, 5:15. Straightway he walked. Those days it was difficult. Early morning he walked, and devotee thought why he is going to Srila Prabhupada. The devotee was staying here and Prabhupada was staying in Radha Damodar. And he walked early in the morning very angry. And he went to Srila Prabhupada straightway. So Prabhupada, nothing doing. I have come to Vrindavan Dham for bhajan seva. And you gave me this checkbook and payment, this labor, this and that. So much headache. And my blood pressure is going high. Every day fighting with labors and other things. Srila Prabhupada said, whatever I said, that is correct. Whatever you said, that is wrong. I am a guru, I am telling you, you do whatever I am saying. Now you Subal Swami, what happened? After he gave the checkbook to Srila Prabhupada, he left. He left forever. He didn't. He was not convinced. So tell me now, Prabhupada was right or Subal Swami was right? Who was right? Prabhupada. So let's say, if you go Subal Swami's way, no temple, but do you think we thousands of devotees from all over the world coming and taking blessings, getting inspired? And Subal Swami, let's say if he would have get little headache also, they all took headache. They used to take angry. And dealing with labor, it's difficult. I was Surabhi Prabhu. He had a 67 letter from Srila Prabhupada. All are regarding construction. He did construction for this temple, Bombay, Hyderabad, Mayapur Samadhi, and many temples he innovated all over the world. Many deities we sent, maybe 150, 200 deities we have sent all over the world. I was with him for 83 to 92 in Delhi, Punjab. We served the Vaishnavas. And believe me, at one point, Srila Prabhupada was very heavy on Surabhi. It's some issue. It's too much in this Prabhupada room. Then Surabhi got a little disturbed that though I'm trying my best to serve my Guru Maharaj, I'm not able to. I don't know where I'm going wrong. So he came out and was thinking outside. After some 5-10 minutes, immediately one devotee came. He said, Surabhi, Prabhupada calling you. Okay. Prabhupada said, you sit, take some prasadam with me. That's what he used to do. He used to chastise again, he used to say, come, sit with me, take prasadam. Then explain all the problems and all, how to sort out. Because they had no clue, staying in India, how the people here. Long back in Bombay, Tamak Maharaj and Samsundar Prabhu, they got cheated. And Prabhupada scolded them very heavily. And Prabhupada, then Tamak Maharaj says, they're very upset. And Tamak says, Prabhupada, in India, people are very tricky. Srila Prabhupada, after some time, he says, cool down. He says, I'm also tricky. He said, I tricked all of you. So, say, what can be done? Still we have to work. But it was so heavy, Samsundar Prabhu could not take it for a long time. He didn't come. But Tamak took some time, again came back. But you all know one side of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada used to be very angry when he's getting you. You can't stand in front of him. Because why? Because Krishna's work is not done. He said, I have a limited time, I have to accomplish. So he was every minute he was very careful. Every day he was very careful. Spent. So, Surabhi was upset, then he said to Prasadam. Then Prabhupada could understand that Surabhi is really upset. Then Srila Prabhupada told during Prasadam that, you build my temple and I'll make sure that I take you back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And believe me, Surabhi, he left physical association and practical, total association of ISKCON, full-time devotee, in 1991 late. But then I was there, I told, I had a good relation. I was like his son. So I had a very good rapport with him, maybe best rapport with anybody else. We used to discuss many things heart to heart. So he said, Prabhupada told me this. And you know what happened? In 2015, I met him, he was in Hong Kong, I met him twice. We used to talk to him regularly. Then in 2015, when Surabhi got cancer, he came back to Vrindavan. He stayed in his hospice. And midst of all the devotees chanting, he left his body. So just see the Srila Prabhupada's blessings. In between, for 25 years, he was away from ISKCON. But he had a thinking of Krishna, but at least physically he was not doing any service. But how Krishna brought him to Vrindavan, and missed our devotees each other. So that means any service we do, Krishna doesn't forget, Guru doesn't forget. So whatever we do, it is in Vishnu Purana, another thing he says that in Kali Yuga, whatever you do, even if you do one day, in Dapur Yuga it's like 1 month. In Treta Yuga like 1 year. In Satya Yuga it's become like 10 years, like 10 times more. Right? So if we do austerity, because we have less sense, whatever we can do, all are part of austerity. Doing seva, living worldly things, doing seva, chanting, concentrating the mind, getting up in the morning. So much responsibility, challenges, problems, dealing all the problems. But when you do, Lord will appreciate. Lord is there. He appreciates. We see many good points to be learning from here. So, based what we see in this queens, they were very humble. They were speaking heart to heart, whatever happened. So that's why you see that though they are very near to the Krishna, they could stay with Krishna. They are very humble. They spoke everything in details. That how, so humility. But when we heard what we hear from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Trinada Pisuni Chena Tarore Prasashana Amani Namana. So if we keep, and especially staying in ISKCON movement is huge, now it's huge organization. So many devotees, so many type of devotees. Many they don't know the precedent. Many they don't know what happened. Let me tell you, in 81 when I visited first time, believe me, 82 I was in China for 1.5 very brief period. Not many, hardly few devotees would come, hardly few visitors. You can count maybe 5, 10, 15 people, 20 people in a day. Somehow they come, maybe unknowingly they come. They don't come. They all used to go to Bankebiri, other temple. They will not come here. And many incidents is there. Srila Prabhupada also asked many times to the devotees, so how many devotees coming? Prabhupada, not many, very few. One time Srila Prabhupada asked Yashodatinanda Prabhu, so how many people are coming Yashodati? No, Srila Prabhupada, not many. So why not you invite some Kathakara? He mentioned one Kathakara name, Karpatriji. Yashodatinanda Prabhu says, Prabhupada, he is Mayavadi. He said, even if Mayavadi, he will speak nicely about Krishna. In that pretext, many will come. So that was the situation, that not many were coming, only our devotees. And those days they used to say Angrez Mat, or in Bengal they used to call Sahib Mat. Very few come to the temple, inside the temple, very few. So, humility, the situation has gone many ways, but Srila Prabhupada was determined and he was also humble. Srila Prabhupada life. If you see the last leg, he sent devotees to many Gaudiya Math gurus that you please go on my behalf, my health is not good. You ask forgiveness for me, on behalf of me. that anything if I have hurt anyway, please forgive. See the humility of Srila Prabhupada. He was so careful. There may be many dealing happen, maybe some of the things may not be so pleasant. It happened. Though some they disturbed Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada wanted to purchase land in Mayapur. One or two Godbrothers gave a hard time for many months. Then he was succeeded. So humility of Srila Prabhupada. And if you see every Vaishnava, Bhakti-Siddhanta was threatened. What about Prahlad? How much he was threatened? But Prahlad was one side, whole world was one side. If you and me, situation of Prahlad, what will say? अरे पिताजी बोलते क्या करेगा? चलो कम से कम ऐसे झूठ मूठ के बोल देते हो कि पिताजी आप जो बोलते हो सही है, लेकिन अंदर में हम नहीं सोचते. At least worldly way I'll tell, okay, daddy, father, what you say, that's all right. But inside I would have to bhakti. But Prahlad was not like this. Very daring person. Very daring. So Srila Prabhupada made a devotee, so many devotees, they're daring, that's it. So devotional life, we can pray, but bhakti, we can't so much, we can do our sadhana, but we need also Vaishnavas and Krishna's blessings. Sometimes we pray, we don't get the, sometimes devotee have expectations, my dear Lord, I'm trying my best, kindly give me some blessings. Some of them one may say, no, I'm not getting much blessings. That means, if it's delayed, that means the result will be bigger. You get more blessings. So whatever blessings we got, we should be contented. Like we are, all are blessed that we are staying. Right now we are in Vrindavan Dham, listening Harikatha, that will purify. That's also very big blessings. Those who are heading anywhere in the world, Yathanam Sankirtan, Shetha Vrindavan, they're hearing Harikatha, that's Vrindavan. Nowadays through social media, it's going everywhere. They're also blessed. So everybody is blessed if they are chanting, hearing, having association with Vaishnava. And that's a way to purify, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to Sanatana Goswami, that Nam Sankirtan and Vaishnava Seva, and then Bhagavad Shravan, Vigraha Seva, and staying in holy place, Mathura, or any holy places that purify. So if we keep this base very strong, these are the base, then it will grow. Like when you make a building, like we are making very big building. The base took more than 1.5 years. But if base is not strong, then foundation, then the building will not stay. How the building will be strong? According to engineering, if the base is strong, building, foundation is strong, building. So we have to make foundation very strong. That means all these bhakti elements should be imbibed very strongly. And then Lord will bless. If the Lord bless, things are possible. Sometimes Lord waits, but we should not get what you call we should not be very much what you call discouraged by worldly situation. If we are waiting, maybe Krishna will give some more blessing. So let us wait. If you think that I'm waiting, let us wait. And don't give it up. Any place if we give up what we have, if we don't have Krishna, we have Maya. So why to struggle in Maya? Let us struggle in Krishna's service. Struggle in Krishna's service, some good things are there. It's not that. Krishna is there, He'll protect, He'll take care. And struggling with Maya, only miseries. Nothing else is there. Nothing is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I have come here to take everybody. And if we don't take, they'll suffer. And they'll have fear of death, they'll have fear. So my duty to take all. So struggling have some meaning spiritually. But struggling in world life have no meaning. Then they go. Jaganya gana vritya adho gacchati tamasa. So let us struggle for Krishna. Thank you very much. Any question, any comment, anything you want to say? Anant Prabhu, bolo, bolo. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Ved Vyas ki jai, Saraswati Mata ki jai, Samavita Bhaktivinoda ki jai.